Hello everyone, my name is Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday. And I have attempted to record this video so many times it's not even funny. I just recorded it and actually didn't press record. So we're gonna get into it. This is gonna be it. Whatever I end up with, this is it. So if you're new to my channel, it's usually not this big of a disaster, but every week I review 2 Scentsy scents for you and you guys decide which ones by voting. And so at the end of the video, I'm gonna draw from my big group of testers and you guys can put your 2 votes in. Now, speaking of votes, every vote is super important because last week we had the tightest race ever. Super, super tight. But in first place, the scent that came out on top was Jammy Time. This is a blue wax and it had 22% of the vote. Now, normally that would be an extremely low winning percentage, but because of the tightness of the race, that's the way things played out. In second place, I don't have a bar to show you, but I have a brick and it is Sugar. And that one had 21% of the vote. So let me just kind of go over the numbers with you. And normally I don't give you specifics, but we had 112 votes. This is how it went. Jammy Time, 25. Sugar, 23. Summer Soleil, 22. Apple Crush, 21. Then Scarlet Woods with 14, and then Glacial Ice, 7. So thanks everyone, I really appreciate the votes. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this week, I just want to give you a summary or a preview. These reviews this week are going to be very favorable. So let's get into it. Scent number 1, Jammy Time. This one is about a medium intensity scent on cold. It is currently available. Now you'll see on this package, this is an older package. I believe this is from 2017. It's really hard to see, but you can actually see an imprint inscribed this way if you hold it up to light. So now there's a butterfly on the front, but the bicycle used to indicate a kid's fragrance. Now this is not just for kids, adults love it too, but they've actually placed it in the fresh category now. So I'll read you the scent description. It says, drift into dreamland with baby freesia, lavender, and sweet pea. So we have 2 florals and the lavender, which lavender is an herb. Now there are many different types of lavender in scent land. We have herbal lavender, sweet lavender, soapy lavender, fresh lavender. There's many others. I'm not a lavender expert. I actually really don't even really like most lavenders. So there's kind of like the people that love lavender and the people that don't. But always remember there's many different types and you should try out certain ones because you may actually enjoy them. So for this one, I definitely get an herbal lavender. That's the predominant note. But those other 2 florals combine to give you a really nice little bit of a sweetness and brightness to the scent. This is a slightly powdery scent to my nose, but it's a relaxing, calming scent. Also, probably why they called it Jammy Time. Relaxing in the scent that a lot of people like this to kind of fall to sleep with. So now I'm just gonna let you know that the testers that I had, I actually warmed in 2 different locations. And I'm gonna insert a quick picture here. Some of the testers were blue and some were gray, but I didn't notice any performance difference between the 2. I did notice a little bit of brown residue, but yeah, that's the only thing that was the problem. So yeah, just something interesting to note. I think the color just fades sometimes. Okay, let's get into the specifics. Fragrance appeal. I would say now it's probably 6 out of 10. Years ago, it might have been 4 out of 10. The scent appeal has gone up for me. Now, I don't know if my scents are coming around to lavender. I think part of it might be that I went on a trip with my sister and I brought 3 different scents for her to choose from to warm during the trip because, of course, I'm going to bring a warmer on the trip. So the choices that I brought for her were Blue Grotto, Mandarin Grapefruit Amber, and Jammy Time, and she picked Jammy Time. So this scent, now when I warm it, it makes me think of my sister, it makes me think of my trip. It's a fond scent memory, so I think that's why my appeal has gone up. But the great news is, even though my scents have come around to this is a great, superb performer. Strength and throw, 7.5 out of 10 easily. And that is a nice constant rate. It does decline over time, but it doesn't have a dramatic dip. It is very reliable, ticks along at a constant, steady rate. Now, when I took it to Vegas, I actually kept it in the whole trip we were there. I didn't warm it 24 hours a day, but we were there 6 days and I didn't change the wax once. And I can't remember if I had 1 cube or 2 cubes, and it was a 12-watt element warmer that I brought. So I knew that this one was probably going to last a long time, so I started warming it on Wednesday right away. And I had this one going 5 days, and I eventually had to stop. There was one instance in my downstairs room, I took the wax out, it still had a tiny bit of scent, but let me just tell you how it did. I warmed it in 2 spots, my younger son's room and my middle child's room. I had it going, like I said, 5 days. In my upstairs child's room, 65 hours. Downstairs in my middle child's room, 55 hours, because I forgot to turn the warmer on one night. But actually, this scent I find lingers a bit, so I think that's another reason why it's a great performer. And also, it might be a long-lasting scent to my nose because I'm not a huge lavender fan. But I think most people would tend to agree with me that this is a long-lasting scent. I think you can warm this in most areas of your home, maybe not the kitchen, but any other area I think it would do okay in an open concept space. I think you could mix a lot of scents with this. You could actually mix woolly slippers with this to kind of give it a little sweetness and a marshmallow tone. It might kind of make it closer to a sweet lavender. So yeah. Would I recommend Jammy Time? You betcha. This is a great one. Superb performance on that one. So I think I pretty much covered everything. Hopefully I did, because if I didn't, I'm not redoing this video. Scent number 2 was Sugar. Sugar is one of my favorite scents. So I'm just going to skip to my scent appeal. It's 9 out of 10 on cold and probably 9.5 out of 10 on warm. So on cold, this is about a medium intensity fragrance. It's available now. It's in the bakery category. It's kind of a strange category. I think they couldn't figure out where to put this scent. It's not really a bakery scent, but in the catalog it says bakery is an ode to edible, delectable sweet goodies. So yeah, I think it's okay when you think of it like that. Now this scent used to be available many years ago, then it went away, as well as Shimmer. Then they had a Bring Back My Bar voting where Sugar and Shimmer were huge, like they hugely surpassed all the other scents, I believe is what I gathered. So they decided to bring them back as a special release brick in the fall and winter of 2017. And that's kind of when I was first getting into Scentsy. So then in the spring and summer catalog of 2018, they brought them back as regular catalog scents, and they've been there ever since. So you can get it in bar form. You can't get it in brick form anymore, but you can still get this in bar form. So let me read you the scent description for Sugar. It says it's a fruity blend of lemon drops and cotton candy. So for me, this is very heavy on the cotton candy. It's kind of like a hazy, powdery cotton candy vibe, but you can definitely smell some lemon. And to me, the lemon is kind of like a lemon candy with like a dusty coating. And not that you're sucking the lemon candy, but more of the smell of the lemon candy, that nice sweet smell. And I think they added the lemon because lemon helps cut some of the sweetness of this scent, because this is a very sweet scent. So I kind of describe it like a hazy, slightly powdery, sugary cotton candy scent with a bit of lemon. Interestingly enough, it does kind of change as it warms. Late in the warming, I kind of found like I could get a lot of vanilla tones to this, but it was a wonderful addition to what I was smelling. So let me kind of tell you a little bit more. And before I forget, this is kind of, people would say it's a dupe for the perfume called Aquilina Pink Sugar. And I've not smelled that myself, but I'll take people's word for it. The other thing is vendor wax companies kill the pink sugar. They just put it in everything. So this typically would be a good blender scent. And maybe these would be very nice blended together. That's just me. Okay, so we already talked about fragrance appeal. Let's talk about performance. So this is not my first rodeo with Sugar. It's probably in my top 5 scents ever. I really like it. I've warmed it a lot of different areas of my home, but always in the upper level usually, or smaller rooms downstairs, never in my big open layout. So I decided this time, I took my 2 party testers and some of my wax and I put it in the big open lion's den, the open layout. And how did it do? I'm happy to report it was a good 7.5 out of 10, I would say, strength and throw. Now in other areas of my home, it might seem a little stronger because again, doors and walls help kind of intensify that scent. But yeah, this was great. And it definitely lasted longer than I thought. It held up no problem. I had it lasting 4 days, 36 hours. And in an open concept floor plan to have something last that long is tremendous. Now on day 4, I was kind of not sure how it was going to do. I turned it on, then I came up here in my bedroom, got kind of going with things. I opened the door and sugar, it just hit me. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's still going. And then later that day, I thought I was going nose blind. I would go up close to the warmer. Yes, I could definitely smell it. The scent was still there. It still had strength in the warmer, but I felt like it wasn't throwing the greatest. But my sister showed up. We had a skating gala to go to. She wanted to go. And as soon as she came in the house, she said, your house smells like sweet goodness. And I said, oh, thank you so much. And actually that brings up another compliment, 2 other compliments this scent got early in the week. My daughter complimented it. She said, the house smells very sensified today. And I asked her, I said, is that a good thing? And as she's nodding yes, her friend that came along with her said, oh yeah, it's a great thing. This is a good one. So yeah, I think 3 compliments, unsolicited compliments, which are always very meaningful. So yeah, remember that. But this scent, would I recommend this scent? Obviously, I love it. Is it for everyone? Maybe not. It is a very sweet scent. It's probably a little bit more feminine, but it's also a great mixer. It's versatile. You could probably warm it in most areas of your home. It would stand up to an open concept layout. Maybe, I'm not sure if you'd want to warm it in a bathroom, but you can actually warm scents wherever you want. Who cares, right? Out of season, wherever you want, don't worry about it. Warm and do what you want to do. But yeah, I would think that this scent, if it ever retired, it definitely would be going in my Scentsy Club. So for me, this is SCW, Scentsy Club worthy. So yeah, let's move on. We had 2 tremendous scents this week. Both I highly recommend, and both I'm proud to say are from Scentsy. So let's draw for our 6 scents. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to draw 6 scents from the box. You guys are going to vote for 2 different scents by Wednesday morning down in the comments section below. For some reason, if you can't comment on videos, find my post on Instagram for Tester Tuesday and put your comments there, and I'd be happy to tally them that way. So let's see what we're gonna get. Let's draw, and I'm sorry it's gonna be noisy, but scent number 1, oh, I got 1 and 2, sorry. Scent number 1 is apple and cinnamon sticks. Scent number 2 is Pacific Daydreams. Scent number 3 is Sugar and Spice. Scent number 4, Coconut Pumpkin Pie. Scent number 5 and 6. Scent number 5 is Sea Salt and Avocado. And scent number 6, I have one little tiny tester, but I know I have a bar of this, and it is Huckleberry and Clementine. All right, so the voting options this week: apple and cinnamon sticks, Pacific Daydream, Sugar and Spice, Coconut Pumpkin Pie, Sea Salt and Avocado, and Huckleberry and Clementine. Thanks for spending the last 13 minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.